Hello, welcome to my issue brief presentation. I'll be covering the case of Luigi Mangione and Brian Thompson. The case of Luigi Mangione and Brian Thompson centers around the assassination of United Healthcare Chief Executive Brian Thompson by 26-year-old Luigi Mangione on December 4th, 2024, outside a New York City hotel, with the alleged motive being denied aid after suffering from chronic pain and facing significant barriers within the healthcare system, which caused a deep hatred against the healthcare system and priority of profit. This event sparked significant public discourse and media coverage. Timeline of events. Summer 2024, Mangione had been regularly interacting with social media and been maintaining a decent presence, sharing routines and health challenges he was facing. November 18th, Mangione's mother reports him missing, seeking any and all information about her son. November 24th, Mangione arrives in New York via bus from Atlanta. At around 9 p.m., he takes a cab which takes him near the New York Hilton Midtown Hotel, where he stays at for about an hour. At 11 p.m., he takes another cab to Amsterdam Avenue. 11:20, the suspect is caught on surveillance from hostel, which he checks in using a fake ID. November 29th, Mangione checks out of hostel. November 30th, checks back into the hostel. December 4th, at 5:34 a.m., Mangione leaves hostel and rode on an e-bike to Midtown. At 6:15 a.m., the suspect buys water and a granola bar from Starbucks at 12 90th Avenue in Midtown. 6:19 a.m., CCTV shows a man who appears to be Mangione walking west on 55th Street, video showing him stoop down, appearing to momentarily drop an object into a pile of garbage before continuing to walk. 6:29, the suspect appears to walk past a parking lot on 54th Street across 50 meters from the site of shooting. At 6:44 a.m., Brian Thompson is shot in front of the north entrance of the Hilton Hotel. December 8th, FBI agents and NYPD detectives speak to Mangione's mother after San Francisco police informs them that she had filed a missing persons report and Mangione seemed to match the suspect description. December 9th, 26-year-old Luigi Mangione is identified, then taken into custody. Data and polls. Here I have highlighted a couple polls and data that were taken showing public response and public opinion on Mangione. The first one I would like to touch on is the one that says who found the killing acceptable or somewhat acceptable. And we can clearly see that a large portion of the people that find it somewhat acceptable are younger people ages 17 to 29. Then we have 21.9% of the poll with 30 to 39, and so on and so forth. But what seems to be a little surprising is that there are more people that find it acceptable from 70 plus than people in the 50 to 60 range. So I found that really interesting. As for other data, I have gathered data of people that have been denied healthcare and that have not been denied healthcare. And one trend that we clearly do see across all the data is that we do see more red across all of them, no matter which demographic it is, denied, not denied, and who you voted for. But what I would like to touch on is that if we look at the poll that's showing the people that are denied or not denied healthcare, we can clearly see that more people that have been denied healthcare show seem to show a more positive attitude towards Luigi Mangione than people that have not been denied healthcare. We can also look at the poll that suggests similar data in the race category with whites, blacks, and Hispanics. And we can clearly see that blacks and Hispanics have a more positive outlook on Mangione over whites. And even though the red is a lot more prominent, and we see a similar trend with the voters, for Trump voters, Harris voters, the people that did not vote, liberals, moderate voters, and conservatives. Bipartisan conflict. Republicans, especially Trump administration figures and allied politicians, frame Mangione as a left-wing extremist and assassin who argue that the left is irresponsibly idolizing him, while expressing concern that the case might ignite a broader leftist political movement around socialized medicine and anti-corporate violence. Democrats largely condemned the act and the political fervor around Luigi Mangione's case, emphasizing that celebrating violence, regardless of grievance, is unacceptable, and some leaders explicitly distance themselves from any support shown by progressive activists. Forecast. The prosecution and trial of Mangione, accused of murdering United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson, has unfolded as a political flashpoint. His supporters, spanning activist groups and social media users, view him variously as a vigilante for corporate reform or as a political prisoner targeted by the establishment of ideological reasons. This mobilization has led to demonstration of online campaigns and heated media debates and protests. Public interpretation of Mangione's actions highly is partisan. Some frame him as a vigilante hero, resisting systematic abuse, especially within the healthcare industry, while others denounce his actions as a reckless, violent, driven by ideological grievance. Polling and commentary shows youth and activist groups are particularly divided, with some ambivalent, even supportive of Mangione, while critics warn against romanticizing or politicizing criminal act. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Again, thank you for listening to my presentation, and here is my reference list.